G'day. Just a quick update on Bitcoin's liquidity. I've done a couple before, but just a quick reminder. So red is loose liquidity. We find it being loose at the tops of price rises, and green is in all of these different layers of liquidity sentiment here is tight liquidity. That liquidity comes from two things. One is from accumulation, so the buying of the underlying, and that might be to hedge options, or it might just be buying of the underlying, or we have reactional liquidity. So we find when we've been in a place of loose liquidity and we fall down in price, as we fall down in price, we end up in tighter liquidity because there's less sellers down low, and so that gives us a floor in the market. These accumulations, we've seen a couple of little accumulations along the way over 2023, and then we've had a slightly larger accumulation from there's one little one there from about the election win of Donald Trump, and that has now got to a high place, and it's loose again, and we're into this red market, this red loose liquidity. And again, we can see a couple of things here. We can see we're very loose at the moment. We're right at the top as we were here. But one thing you notice, from a very loose place, you can drop quite quickly into a liquid place. You've got to think of liquidity in several dimensions, probably at least three. We can see here we've had a bit of accumulation in this drop, but also this is a little bit reactionary. But this very low bit here with a bump in the middle is definitely telling us that there was a little bit of accumulation. And again, we've had some accumulation during this this period here, coming into where we are currently. Just having a look at an analog, we can see this period here is quite it looks like it's slowly winding up again. But if we went back and we looked at periods when we had not a lot of price appreciation, we have these sort of very similar sorts of charts that we just go sideways. I'm starting to feel that we're in a sideways. Some of that is in the option market. At the moment we can clearly see that there's not a lot of new long positions in shorter dated calls, which suggests that people aren't expecting something, so they're not going to waste the theta on buying short dated options at the moment in the Bitcoin proxies. By the same token, there's not a lot of hedging at the moment, so that tells me that there's a bit of a floor around this point here. I might be wrong, but it definitely, like today, price here is pretty static and it's been tightening for a period of time, so we might get a bit of price appreciation over the next 24 hours. I'm not expecting that to be huge. There has been this reaction to the price drop after the weekend, and we had a reaction to the upside, and although the hedging has been taken off in the options market, which the traders tend to know where the bottoms are, we're not seeing a lot of buying there. So that's where we are at the moment. Thanks for that listening to my little quick update. Good trading today.